guys, it's the Fibre Morphics here. I'm Hope.
I'm Nina.
And I'm Hopey Junks, or the Fibre Alchemist on Instagram, and Hopey Junks on Rebel.
Yeah. And I'm Sophiords on Instagram, and I'm Burnt Violet on Rebel.
So today, well, what are you wearing? Are you wearing anything knitted or handmade?
Not really, actually.
Oh, no.
Quite unusual.
Same with me. The weather's getting warm, so it's a little bit too hot to wear knitted things. I am wearing one handmade thing, although I didn't make it. It's a little brooch. So my favourite animals are otters. And this wee guy, I found him in a store called the Finders Keepers Boutique.
Oh, I know the one.
Yeah. So it's a mixture of handmade and secondhand. And yeah, I couldn't resist him. So he's handmade in Dunedin, and he's just awesome. So
yeah,
got him. That's my only handmade thing today. So
same here, as far as I can see.
Cool. Well, works in progress. What have you been up to?
I've been madly knitting on some socks. So I think last time we podcasted, which is nearly 3 weeks ago now, we've been busy. So when I last started, I was up there where that safety pin is, if you can see. So I'd only done that much, but now I've finished both heels on each sock.
Oh, cool.
So where's my little one? So yeah, my partner's birthday is next Friday, and he says it doesn't matter if I get them finished in time, so that's good. Because yeah, I still got the whole cuff to go.
Oh gosh.
So
it's always nice when there's not a time limit on them.
Yeah, deadline is a bit too stressful for knitting.
Yeah.
And knitting is meant to be relaxing. There you go.
They're awesome. And those are hand dyed, aren't they?
Yeah, that's the hand dyed yarn I did. And the pattern is the Nutkin Socks by Beth Lipinze. And I sort of made up the pattern basically, but the heel is the same pattern as that toe up heel flap sock that we did a while back. So it's got that eye of partridge heel, which is really great because it seems to wear really nicely.
Yeah.
So I've run out of the first colour, and then the second colour is this sort of blue speckly one.
It's going to look really cool.
So thanks. That'll be the cuff for these socks. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, we're on a bit of a Stephen West kick at the moment. We've both finished shawls, but at the moment we're knitting our building blocks. Yeah. Knit along. So
for a Stephen West cowl.
It's
pretty exciting.
It is. So yes, spoiler alert ahead.
Yeah. If you don't want to see the building blocks cow, trying to remember the name, then fast forward. Otherwise, we're going to ruin it for you. But this is only clue 1.
Yeah, we haven't caught up to clue 2 yet, which has already been released.
A little bit slow.
a little bit.
I'm going to blame the time difference for when the pattern was released. I was sleeping, so
it was about 4 a.m. I think when it was released.
I'm not that much of a hardcore knitter. So. But we'll blame it on that.
So here we go. This is what I've done so far.
Should I like a drum roll?
This is what I've got so far. I'm up to section 3 of clue 1.
Yep. So section 1 has clue 1 has 3 sections. 4 sections. 4 sections.
Yeah.
Gosh, get it right, Hope.
So yeah, I'm using a variety of yarns for this one. I'm using this, which is just some random op shop yarn as far as I don't know. And I have Anna Grattan, more Anna Grattan, which is
we love Anna Grattan.
Yeah, she must be our favourite, hey?
Yeah. I think there's 2 of our projects now have been her yarns.
Yeah. What have we got here? This is vintage wool, which I dyed once. Wasn't quite happy with the colour, so I over-dyed with black to get a sort of greyish colour. And there's another one, which sort of goes with the Anna Grattan. Yeah.
They all go well. Like, they go differently, but it all works. It's really cool.
So there's sort of bits of red in this one that come into this one.
Yeah.
But there's also bits of this dark grey coming through there and the mint green. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
What else can I say about this?
Well, do you like the pattern so far?
I think I do. I think I do. It's quite different from the exploration station. It's very geometric.
Yeah.
But I'm quite intrigued to see where it's going to go next, because there's nothing more exciting than not knowing what the pattern's going to be like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looking forward to the next section.
Cool.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, nice.
So there's that one. So my other work in progress at the moment is the Excuse Me sweater. So this is how much progress I've made since last time. You can see I've done quite a lot. The only problem is I was working on it and my old pair of circulars broke. So, and I was really getting into the pattern, so it's annoying. But I should be able to get some new needles soon. My birthday's coming up, so I asked for needles.
Yeah,
new needles
on the checklist.
Yeah, exactly.
I love how it's knitting up though.
Yeah, it's quite easy to remember what to do actually.
Yeah.
And I love the shape. You've got this sort of pointed bit and a decrease there, but yeah, that's basically the neck.
Cool.
So I'm going to knit twice this much and then fold it over, so it's going to be a really nice, chunky, cozy turtleneck sweater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
And
you made quite a bit of progress since last time.
Yeah, I think I've been putting in progress markers, and here is the last one. So I'd only done that much last time.
Yeah.
I'd only done like a couple of centimeters. Yeah.
I'm always so slow with brioche. Like, I think it's because every row is actually 2 rows.
That's true.
And
it does
so
go a little
I
bit
think
slowly
it just
because of that.
Feels like it takes so long, but I have to remember that I'm actually doing twice as much work.
Yeah. But it goes quicker because this is like 8 and 10 ply yarn.
So
on 5mm needles, so
yeah, that'll help a lot.
It's a lot quicker. Yeah.
Oh, good.
So that's all my loops at the moment.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, what am I knitting? Well, I was patiently waiting for the building block scale to be released, and while I was waiting, I stumbled across the Crystal Bay Shawl by Romy Hill, and I just kept looking at it and going, oh, I really want to knit that. Oh, I really want to knit it. And then I found some yarn and dyed it with the intention of it being for that shawl, and I couldn't not cast it on. So I've said it's an accidental cast on, and that's happened. So I've got that here. So this yarn is, again, an Anna Grattan one.
That's a really lovely colour.
Yeah, it's come out heaps of different shades amongst it as well, but this was actually a natural brown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I over-dyed the brown. So I'm kind of 2/3 of the way through this. So the first section is just garter stitch. Sorry. Poke you with it.
I'll hold it.
Thank you. So the first section is a panel of garter stitch, and then your lace is knit like along the way like that. And this is how the lace is coming out so far.
So it's not an applied border, it's sort of knit into the pattern as you go?
Yeah, so it you cast on the stitches for the border, and then you knit along picking up stitches from the main panel.
Oh, I see.
So it took me a little bit to get my head around because I've never done that before.
Yeah.
But once I got my head around it, I think I'm doing it right. And I realised I actually showed you the reverse of it. So I'll show you the correct side. So this is it here. And it'll probably look totally different once it's all blocked out.
I imagine so, yeah. It'll look lovely.
Yeah, but I'm really enjoying it. It's a reasonably quick knit. And I'm just using 3.5mm needles. So there are 4 or 5 different options of yarn weight and things for the shawl. And so I just went for the one that would give me the biggest shawl. So I didn't go in accordance to yarn weight, but it seems to be working okay. So that's my one there.
Lovely. Yeah.
And project bag is one from you.
Oh, yeah.
So this one here, I absolutely love it because of this pattern on the front. It looks like woven.
I bet you're wondering how I did that.
No, I was looking at it going, oh my goodness, how did she? And I'm like, this is really intense. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to explain.
I have to explain it. Well, when I was in high school, I made this garment for my last year I did sewing. And I did this collar out of velveteen on this sort of cape. And I saw we did like a practice of this kind of stitch pattern.
Yeah.
And it's actually stitched by hand. So what you do is you get a piece of fabric and you mark a grid of like 2 centimeter squares.
Yeah.
So it's like a pattern or a way to do it. You pull bits of fabric together as you stitch down the row, and it makes this sort of woven interlace pattern.
Oh,
so
incredible!
Yeah, and actually, side note, when I did that cape, I did about 1.5 meters of it. So,
oh my gosh.
I'm sure it could have been done another way, but never mind. Yeah, so that's how you do that. Just with the needle and the thread, basically. Mm-hmm.
That's so cool. You're going to have to show me sometime because
I
just love it. And here's my second thing, which is the building blocks cowl. So again, spoiler alert, look away.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So my wool is again from Anna Grattan. And I decided to try out her 4-ply machine washable. And so I've got 3 colours. I've got this, I tried for like a mustard yellow.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just with acid dyes. And I've got this kind of turquoisey colour. There. And a pink. And a grey. So those are my 4 colours. And I'm 1 step ahead of you.
Yeah.
So I'm up to section 3 of clue 1.
Mm-hmm.
Just make sure I've got this the right way around for you all. My needles are a little bit small, so which way we go? This way. So this is what I've got so far. And these are how the colours are kind of mingling. So far I'm really enjoying it. I've never done the cast-ons the way that he's done in this pattern. So he's used I-cording.
Cast-on.
Yeah.
It's I like it.
Yeah, actually. I do as well. I think it gives a really neat, crisp finish and just rounds it off really nicely. So yeah, I'm enjoying it so far, and I'm intrigued to see how the rest of it knits up.
Exactly.
So I know in clue 2 we have options. So stay tuned for the options.
Exactly.
I'm contemplating mine at the moment. So that's that one there. And then this project bag, it was my birthday last month, and my cousins sent me this from the UK. So I'm not much of a kind of shoulder bag person because I carry around so much stuff. I've always got a backpack.
Yeah.
But I loved the colours on it, like on those bright parrots.
Bright. Yeah.
So I thought, well, that has to be a project bag because I'm attempting to get more colour into my knitting, and I thought, wow, if I have a colourful project bag, I will have colourful knitting, hopefully. So that is that one there, and I think that is all of my projects that I'm actively working on at the moment. So next we have got finished objects, and we both have one in common this week, so we're going to start with that.
Yep.
And that is our exploration stations. So I'll move back to...
So here's mine, and it's finished.
Yay!
And I can't believe how long it took to do the bind off. Don't know about you.
Oh, I know. It was forever.
Never ending, but I'm really happy with it.
Yeah.
And I've been wearing a lot the last few weeks. What can I say? I sort of ran out of yarn at the end, so I only did half as many chevrons as I could have. But
yeah.
I don't mind. I don't mind. Yeah.
So it looks fantastic.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's awesome.
So happy with that. Show us yours.
Cool. Mine. So mine is very different. I was opting for really bright, vibrant colours, and that did not happen. Had a dyeing disaster. So instead, this is what I've come up with, and I have named it Watermelon Slice because it looks like a watermelon.
Perfect name for it.
Mine is huge.
God, yours is bigger than mine.
I know, it's so massive.
It doesn't even fit in the whole shot.
No.
It's just like, we're in quite a small, well, not a small room, but it's really as long as the room is. So
it's about 2 meters wide.
Wow.
So it's really big.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like it. So
it's incredible.
Um,
and you got the full chevron effect because you got the
lovely
pointy.
Yeah. So I did run out of yarn though. I'm just trying to find the points at which I ran out of it. I ran out of green in here.
Yeah.
In the brioche section, and so I dyed more, and I somehow miraculously got the exact same color. So I was really stoked with that. And then I ran out of blue, I think it was. Yeah, right here. So I had extra red, so I just used a little bit more red. And I don't think it really shows. Like, if you looked for it, you'd see it. But if you don't look for it, I don't think you see it too much. So
true.
Yeah.
So what does it look like when you wear it? Like, how do you wear it?
I haven't actually worn it yet.
Oh, right.
I haven't had the opportunity to. But I don't know how I'll wear it. Like, because it's, I don't know, I'm not much of like a shawly person. I tend to wear them like a scarf. So I guess I could go this way.
Because you can really drape yourself in it.
Yeah, and like, how are you wearing yours?
I've been wearing it either like this, so with the front around the middle, and then I sort of
that looks cool.
Pull the points towards the front.
Let me try this.
And you can also tie that underneath.
Yeah, so you've just got the front showing.
Just the front showing. So
I feel like I'm putting on a giant bib. Like, it's an awesome bib, but
it is. So
Oh, that's actually quite cool, isn't it?
Like a cow almost. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Cool.
So I wonder why yours turned out so much bigger than mine.
It might have been my aggressive blocking.
Right.
I block really tightly, so that may have been it. Because we used the same yarn, didn't we?
We did. What needle size did you use?
I used a 3.75.
So did I.
Oh, because yours is fuller.
Yeah.
Like, your yarn looks thicker.
It does. And I think I stretched it out a fair amount when I blocked it.
Yeah.
Maybe our gauge is just a bit different when we knit.
Maybe.
Maybe I'm a type knit. I don't
know.
The
only other difference is that I used acid dyes and you used food dyes.
That's true.
But I wouldn't think that acid dyes would affect the thickness of a yarn.
I don't think so.
Because if we put them up side by side.
Yeah. Yeah, yours is quite a lot longer.
Yeah.
Just in the... Yeah, because look, my nothing but knit section only just matches up to your slip stitch section.
Yeah, because mine ends here.
That's right.
And yours ends here.
There.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, that's interesting.
Very interesting.
Oh, well, there you go.
Never mind. And they've got exactly the same amount of
stitches.
Yardage.
Our yardage was exactly the same because we measured it together. So,
that's right.
Yeah, because when we did this shawl, Nina came over to mine and we measured out our yarn together and dyed it together. Although you got yours finished, I was dyeing late into the night because mine just didn't work. But yeah, so that's really interesting to see just how differently they've come up, both in colour and, well, I mean, we weren't trying to match our colours, but yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, I guess they both reflect our personalities and styles as well. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah.
Awesome. Right, more FOs.
More FOs. You have more.
I have more. I just have one more.
This shawl. Yeah.
My hitchhiker.
Yeah.
So this one, it feels like it's been going on forever. But this is, dropping everything, Milton Woolen Mill yarn, and I dyed it using food dye. And it's massive. It's 47 teeth, I think.
It's so long.
So, yeah. No. Yeah, it's way out of the shot.
It is.
It's like 3 meters wide.
So you got the pink end here, and it transitions into green.
Yeah, so I used 3 colours. I used a solid pink, a solid green, and a variegated of the 2.
Mm-hmm.
So begins with the solid pink, and then stripes with the variegated, then swaps to variegated and solid green, then solid green, and then I did a bright pink bind off.
I like the bright pink bind off.
Yeah.
That's a nice touch.
I wasn't sure about doing it because I kind of, it's a bit outside my comfort zone. Like, these colours are a bit outside my comfort zone.
Yeah.
But, so I'm happy with it, but I'm really not sure how to wear it because it's so big. It actually looks like a dragon's tail.
Yeah,
because
you're right.
it's just it's
so spiky on the edge.
Yeah, so I love it, but I'm not sure what to do. So we'll see. I'm sure that in the coming weeks I will work out some methods of wearing it.
Mm-hmm.
But so that one was on 3.75 needles and just food dye and white vinegar. But the only thing was that when I came to washing it, it bled.
Did it?
It bled so much that I ended up putting it in the washing machine.
Yeah.
And I never wash my hand knits in the washing machine, but I washed it so many times.
Mm-hmm.
And so my mum had put in washing soda crystals.
Yeah.
Because I needed like a fabric softener because it's really coarse yarn. So she'd put in some of those with it, and then it just started bleeding everywhere. So I don't know. It'd be really interesting to hear if any of you have used soda crystals with your hand-dyed yarns, and has it caused them to bleed? Because I've never come across it before, and the yarn was really set. So I always rinse my hand-dyed yarns, and it was really set. And then after these soda crystals went in, I mean, it's either the soda crystals or the Comfort wool wash that I put in, but you wouldn't think that Comfort wool wash would do it. So
you wouldn't think so, no. And I've never had any trouble with my food dye yarn bleeding at all. So maybe it was the crystals.
Yeah, if any of you have any experience with that, I'd be really interested to hear. So comment below. But so that's my 2 FOs. Hopefully I'll have more next time. I need to get sewing in some ends and blocking, and then I'll have more. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I have a bit of spinning this week, and it's basically just leftovers of yarn that fibre that I've dyed up recently. So I've just carded them into bats, and it's quite a thin ply. I'm just going to Navajo ply that.
Cool.
What's in here? Mohair, merino, and some other kind of wool. I'm not sure.
Oh, that's nice.
And this is really leftovers. This is sort of like a bit of the coarse spun stuff for my jumper on my vest last time, mixed with a bit of merino Romney.
Oh, cool.
So that's more of the merino Romney, and that's stuff that I washed it and then I dyed it with food dye.
Yeah.
Flick carded it and then used my
drum carder?
Drum carder, yes.
Yes.
Words are not coming to me today. You're right. Yeah, I used my drum carder to cut it up and then just spun it. So yeah, just 2 little odds and ends.
Yeah.
So that's all I spun this week.
Awesome. Well, I don't have any spinning. I haven't done any. I've just been focusing on my cowl and sewing in ends of things. So yeah, that's that. All right. So hand dyed yarns this week. Obviously the stuff for my building blocks cowl is all hand dyed this week, and then I've got 3 other ones. I was very patiently waiting for the yarn to arrive for us to start dyeing, and I got a bit itchy needing to dye something. So I found some yarn that I had been given, which was just paint and sock yarn, but it was a beige colour, and I was I was never going to knit beige socks. So I decided to try and over dye it. So this is what I got.
So is this acid dyes or?
Yeah, this is. Yeah. So I was just playing around trying to get kind of turquoisey colours and to see what I could come up with for my building blocks count. And yeah, I came up with this. So I was quite happy with how it overdyed. It wasn't a colour that I'd get on white, obviously, because it was dyeing over the beige. Yeah. But yeah, I like it. It's kind of a mintish green. Yeah, so I'm pleased with that one. So that's just one ball of sock yarn. And then I had another ball which was beige and brown speckles.
Right.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Confusing. And that one has turned out like this.
Oh, it's lovely.
So unfortunately the light is really not showing all the variance in colour, but there's a huge
lot of different blues and greeny blues in there.
Yeah. Grays. And then there's the brown bit. So it's kind of quite nice because I don't have my speckling technique down yet, as opposed to Nina, who has an awesome speckling technique. But because the yarn was flecked anyway, it's kind of come up a little bit speckled.
It has, yeah.
So, yeah, again, quite happy with that one. And then the third and final one for me this week has been I got some yarn from Hokitika that I told you guys about in the last podcast, and I only showed you 3 of the colours that I dyed because the 4th colour I wasn't fully happy with. I'll see if I can just I'll put up a photo.
Yeah.
It was very vibrant and bright, and I am trying to head that way, but this was just a little bit too much.
Yeah.
So I tried to overdye it to get a grey because I thought if I could get a grey it would work quite well with those other colours. That's not what happened. So I overdyed using black. And this was what I got.
I think it's lovely.
Which, admittedly, it is nicer than a grey. I'm not unhappy with it, but I'm just really surprised at how different it turned out. There are some kind of grey bits in it, but I wonder if it's because I used Ashford acid dyes, and I think that their black is like a purple base. And so I think the purple really got in there and merged with the colours. So I probably could have gotten a black at the end if I'd kept on putting in dye. Yeah. But this is much nicer than a black, I think. So now I just have to come up with a project for it. But I think my mum's after this. So if I don't come up with a project before Christmas,
she might snatch it from you. Hey?
She might snatch it. So yeah. But those are my hand dyes this week. You didn't do any other than your building blocks?
Yeah, so. I haven't really done any other more dyeing, but I know what you mean about the black, because when I use food dye, quite often black will separate into red, blue, grey, sometimes green. Yeah. So I think the more colours a colour is made up of, the more likely it is to separate. So if you have a pure blue or a yellow or a red, it's not really going to separate it. But black, brown, purple.
Yeah, so any of the non-primary colours, they'll separate out into it. Yeah, it's interesting to see what happens, because it's never the same twice.
It's always an experiment, really, isn't it?
Yeah, you never really know what you're going to end up with, which is nice, really.
It is. It is.
Yeah. So acquisitions this week. It's not directly knitting related, but it does relate to knitting. So I've been trying to organise all of my stuff, and something that I've started doing is making stitch markers. So for that, I have beads and pliers and wire, and I've just been keeping them in a spotlight bag, which is fine, but it's not very organised.
Yeah.
So I went to the warehouse today, and they have Sistema storage units, and they're all on sale for 30% off. And I found this little one, and it just fits everything perfectly. So it has a top tray, which I've put all my beads in. I've ordered them all and got them all in their little sections, and then the bottom bit just fits my pliers. So they just slot in like that, and then that can go in with all of my knitting stuff, and that way the pliers aren't digging into any of my yarn or hooking on anything, and they're all neat and tidy. So that's my acquisition. And I actually bought some bigger boxes for my yarn, so I can organise the stash. I can actually see what I've got, and then hopefully I'll use it up quicker, because if I don't know what I've got, can't really use it if I don't know it's there.
True.
Whereas if I can see it all, then hopefully I'll use it more. So that's that. And I got one for my drum carder as well, because I keep all of my stuff in my room. I just slide it under the bed. And I found with the fibres and dust that the drum carder collects, it affects my asthma. So I've thought if I could get a box that has a lid, that might be quite helpful for it. So we'll see if I've bought the right size box. I'm slightly worried that I haven't.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Fingers crossed I have. But with the beads and everything this week, I have made some stitch markers. So
I saw them on Facebook. They're incredible.
Yeah.
And the beads. Where do you get your beads from?
Oh, well, I got these ones in Spotlight. I went in and they had just a lovely selection of little ones, and they reminded me of when I was a kid, because we had heaps of beads like this when I was little. So I'll just show you a few of them. And these ones here. And then I've got like some of the evil eye ones. So the Turkish evil eye. Yes. Those. And then I just did some other ones that are, just kind of fancy glass beads. And those ones there. So that's what my beading's been up to this week. But I figured it was totally knitting related, because they're stitch markers. And you can never have too much, as you can see with me, who now owns over 30.
I never seem to be able to find them. I'm always losing them.
Yeah.
So I only have about 10 usable ones at the moment. But the building blocks, Cal, I've noticed every time you custom for a new section,
you need 4 more.
So
yeah,
I don't know.
I think 17 stitch markers, I think, is what the total amount is. So but I've the same. I lose everything. So I've taken to having bags for absolutely everything.
Yeah.
And this one is one that my mum bought. She bought a bigger bag, and this was like a little one that came in it. But I think it's for lipsticks or something. But it was too small for her to use, so she was going to chuck it. I was like, no, I can put all my stitch markers in it. It's just the right size. So this is now where my stitch markers will go. Whether I remember this and remember to put them back in here when I'm done is a completely different story. But this is my plan. So hopefully that works and I stop losing them and can find them when I need them. But we'll see. Fingers crossed. Yeah. Cool. So in other crafty things,
earlier this week I bought some henna, so I dyed my hair as well. So it looks
awesome.
A darker red at the moment, which is good. And I also tried doing some henna tattoos. So I did some on Monday, and they seem to have faded away. So I did some here on my fingers, and they faded, probably because I wash my hands a lot. I'm just sort of experimenting at the moment. And I've only really left it on for about an hour.
Yeah.
And I squeeze lemon juice over the top so they don't dry out. Because if the henna dries out, it's not going to dye your skin.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So how did you get it on? Because I've used henna before on my hair, but that's kind of a completely different thing to on your skin.
You can buy these little cones from the Indian grocery. So it's pre-made little cone about that big.
Yeah.
And, you just go ahead and squeeze it out. It's like an icing piping bag almost.
Oh, awesome.
So my idea was to do my whole arm.
Yeah.
Because we've got a party coming up this Friday, next Friday. And I was sort of wearing a sleeveless top, so I sort of wanted to do my whole arm. Whether that happens or not, I don't know.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, because when you're mixing henna, if you put in some ground coffee, it'll be a deeper, richer colour. Yep. And if you put in a copper coin, so like the 10-cent coins in New Zealand, they're copper, put a couple of those in when you're mixing it up, and that'll make it more vibrant and have more of a coppery tone.
Okay.
But I'm not sure if that applies to your skin. I don't think it would, but for your hair, that's definitely the case.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I dyed the bottom half of my hair with henna once, and because I'm blonde, it was
bright
orange. It was so orange. So I was really thankful I didn't put it through all of my hair, because I would have just been a carrot. It wouldn't have come out like yours is really nice, but you've got dark hair.
I've got dark brown hair, so
works well. Oh, cool. So, well, that's us for this week. But we do have some video.
We do
from you. So, where's that from?
On Friday for my course, we went to Quarantine Island. So, in the Otago Peninsula, like in the harbour, there's an island in the middle. And they used to, when people first arrived in Dunedin on big ships from England and such, the sick people would be put onto these islands to keep them separate from everybody else. So it's got an interesting history, but we just went there to look at the native bush.
Yeah.
So we took a boat over, and there's a video of that, and then a boat back. And it was a really lovely sunny day.
Yeah.
So, and you've got some pictures of
the botanics.
Yep,
yeah. So I think today actually is the Rhododendron Dell Open Day. So that's part of.
Oh, it would be.
Yeah. So that's part of the gardens that's open to. Well, the gardens are open to the public all year round, but this is a special day to celebrate the rhododendrons in the garden because they're in full bloom.
Flower right now.
And there's like a plant sale going on and things as well. So I went down before the massive people to have a wee walk around, and I've got a few photos from that. But with the Quarantine Island, there's a particular place where if you stand along the peninsula, you can see bumps on the island, and it's all the graves of people that are buried there.
Yeah, there's quite a few people buried there, unfortunately.
So it's definitely got a lot of history, that place, but it's a beautiful island to visit. So.
It is. Very windy.
Yes. Yeah. In the middle of the harbour, no protection at all.
Yeah. Apparently you can get stuck on it quite easily.
Oh, okay.
If the weather's bad, you just can't leave it. So there are people who live on there and take care of the island.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Cool. Right. Well, we will see you next week. As always, any comments or anything, just comment below or find us on our Instagrams or Ravelry, and we'd love to hear from you. So thank you for watching, and have a fantastic week. Happy knitting.
Bye.